This forecast is powered by Johnson's Appliances and Bedding, your local independent appliances and bedding retailers. Visit us in store or online at johnsonsappliances.net.
Well, it's 5:15 on your, Thursday morning. Time is just flying by, but that's all right because at least the weekend is almost here. And we got some interesting stuff to talk about for the weekend. It's kind of like a 50-50 split. Saturday is going to be just rotten. Snow, mix, some rain for a lot of you. Sunday is going to be brighter, but cold as those winter-like temperatures are coming down. We'll get there in a second. This is our big picture today. We have some snow showers and squalls out over western Pennsylvania coming down across the Great Lakes thanks to an enhanced northwest flow. It is going to start to get pretty windy out there later on because that storm that brought a couple light showers around 11 or 12 o'clock last night is moving all the way up into New England, and as it does so, it's intensifying. The isobars are coming very close to one another, and we end up in like a wind tunnel effect. So that's why our winds are really going to be ripping later on. We'll take a look at the potential gusts in a second. 43 right now in New York, 43 down in Philadelphia, 47 over on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, 47 in Washington, and this is the air mass that eventually is going to start to move in by tomorrow. By this time tomorrow, we'll be preparing for highs only in the probably low to mid 30s, believe it or not. Southwest wind right now, a little on the gusty side, gusting into the 20s, but the real winds are coming later on. 47 for Hamilton and Mays Landing. I'll never forget about my friends down there in Cape May. Hope everybody's doing well. You guys are checking in at 50 degrees right now. 46 in Millville over to Bridgeton. And generally, this is where our temperatures kind of stay throughout the day. Upper 40s, maybe crossing over into the 50-degree land. West wind sustained at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. As we go into the morning, the winds are going to continue to pick up. A green light across the board on your travel. There could be some of you that are going to be dealing with some fog in areas that the wind hasn't picked up in, but that will quickly dissipate. Wind advisory in effect for the entire Garden State, and that's in effect until 7 o'clock tonight. I think it's still breezy tonight. The winds don't really back totally down until late in the day on Friday. This is what things are looking like through the remainder of the afternoon. Sustained winds between 25 and 30 miles an hour for a brief period of time out of the west and the northwest. By tonight, sustained at about 10 to 15, but gusts could still get into the 20s. I think a couple 40 to 45 mile an hour gusts are likely right along the coast. So if it's trash day in your neighborhood, you guys know the drill. You know exactly what to do. A few clouds out there left over from that system pulling away from our area. We're looking at a mixture of clouds and sun, perhaps a period of clouds trying to develop over central Jersey by around the lunch hour. But aside from that, we're looking pretty good today. It's just not going to be a very comfortable day to be outside because even though we're going to be in the upper 40s, around 50 in Mays Landing and 48 down in Cape May, 49 for Sea Isle City, it's going to feel like we're in the lower 40s all day, and you'll have to find your bearings from time to time. 24 clear skies, blustery and cold tonight, feeling like we are in the teens. And then that sets us up for a very cold Friday. How about 34 in Vineland and Hamilton, 33 for Atlantic City. You factor in the winds, and guys, it's going to feel like it's in the 20s. Now, this sets us up for where we go on Saturday. It's actually high pressure that's going to be positioned over eastern Canada, and then it'll come down right along the east coast. That's going to solidify those colder temperatures overnight Friday into early Saturday. So the cold air is in place as our storm advances through Chicago and the Ohio Valley. Early in the morning tomorrow, that precipitation is still out to the west, coming across West Virginia and into Maryland. By late morning, it's starting to move into New Jersey. Southwest Jersey first, North Jersey later on in the morning and early afternoon. Now, since the cold air is in place, I do believe that everybody across the board gets to see a quick bout of snow. It will gradually turn to rain the closer to the coast you are, and then back towards the west and the northwest as our rain-snow line pushes north. If there's one area that has the best potential to remain mostly snow, that's right here, north of I-95, I-80, I-78. So up there, folks will see more measurable snow, and of course over central Pennsylvania. But for most of us in South Jersey, I am not anticipating a huge thing at all. This is a map that I made yesterday. I have not made any changes to it because I think it makes perfect sense. Snow for most everybody, a quick flip to rain at the coast all the way back to about Hamilton. And if there is some snow, it's going to be right here in the I-95 corridor, maybe to the south and east if it comes in a little bit colder or lasts a little bit longer in our neck of the woods. And the plowable stuff is going to be well to our north and west, Reading, Allentown. That is where, there we go. Here are the numbers. I promised you numbers yesterday. 3 to 6 inches in this dark blue area. So if you're heading out there on Saturday morning, you're going to have to be weary of some bad road conditions out there. It's definitely going to stick. It's definitely going to be arriving with temperatures in the 20s out there. So I think 3 to 6 is a good call. A coating to a slushy couple inches. I am leaving the door open for some minor accumulating snow getting down into South Jersey. But of course, if the warmer air rides out and wins out ultimately, then you'll be closer to that coating. I think it'll increase probably closer to that 2-inch tally mark in Trenton and portions of, say, Union County. And then the northwest section of New Jersey is where you'll see 3 to 6 inches. So I'll still have updates throughout the course of today. Still a little wiggle room left. I'll do a final live update at some point this afternoon. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's at Nor'easter Nick. You can also go to my website, nor'easternick.com, for the very latest. Your 7-day forecast, well, after we get the storm out of here on Saturday, we're brighter and cold and blustery on Sunday, into the 30s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.